Imagine unlocking the secret to consistently leveling up your English. Forget vague feelings of improvement. What if you could see your fluency gains in real time, personalized just for you? Get ready to discover a system that will completely transform how you approach language learning and accelerate your journey to true English mastery. Welcome to today's episode, where we're diving into a game-changing concept, your personalized English fluency progress tracker. So many learners spend hours studying vocabulary, grammar, or even practicing with native speakers, but still feel like they're standing still. The real problem? They don't actually know where they're improving or how much progress they've made. Without a clear system, every effort feels like guesswork. In this episode, you'll discover why traditional methods of tracking don't work, how to design your own personalized fluency blueprint, and the simple tools you can start using today to measure what really matters. By the end, you'll walk away with a step-by-step strategy that gives you proof of progress, keeps your motivation sky high, and makes fluency not just a dream, but a measurable reality. Ready to stop guessing and start growing? Let's begin. Here's the truth. Most learners feel stuck, not because they lack effort, but because they lack a clear way to measure progress. You could spend hours memorizing vocabulary lists or drilling grammar rules, but when someone asks you a question in real life, your mind still freezes. Why does this happen? Because traditional methods focus on quantity over quality. Tracking, I learned 20 words today. Sounds productive, but do you actually use those words in conversation? Probably not. The same goes for grammar exercises. A single worksheet doesn't mean you can handle a fast-paced discussion at work or a casual chat with friends. These metrics create a fluency illusion. You feel like you're improving, but the skills don't transfer to real situations. Another problem is that generic progress checks, like passing a textbook level or completing a course, don't reflect your unique journey. Everyone has different strengths and weaknesses. Maybe you understand movies perfectly but struggle to speak, or maybe your pronunciation is strong but your confidence holds you back. Without personalization, you'll keep hitting invisible walls. The missing piece? A personalized system that measures real-world growth, not just theory. This is where the Fluency Progress Tracker comes in. It shifts the focus from what I studied to what I can now do, turning vague improvement into concrete evidence. Now that we've exposed why traditional progress checks fail, let's talk about the solution, your personalized fluency blueprint. This is not just another study plan. It's a clear, structured framework designed to track the growth that actually matters in real communication. The blueprint is built on 3 pillars of fluency: comprehension, production, and confidence. Comprehension is your ability to understand spoken and written English in real contexts, like movies, podcasts, or conversations with native speakers. Production is your ability to produce English actively, whether speaking or writing, with accuracy and natural flow. Confidence is your emotional comfort and readiness to use English without hesitation, even under pressure. Why these 3? Because fluency isn't just about knowing rules. It's about using the language smoothly. Imagine logging not just grammar drills, but milestones like, I understood 80% of that podcast, or I used 3 new phrasal verbs in conversation today. These moments show real progress that textbooks can't measure. Your blueprint also helps you set micro goals. Instead of saying, I want to be fluent, you break it down. This week, I'll practice telling a 2-minute story without stopping. Achievable wins like this keep you motivated and create a snowball effect of confidence. With this blueprint, you're no longer a passive learner. You become an active builder of your fluency journey. So, how do you actually put this blueprint into practice? The key is building a simple, reliable tracker that captures the progress which truly counts. Don't worry, you don't need fancy apps or complicated systems. A basic spreadsheet, a journal, or even the Notes app on your phone can be powerful enough to track your growth if you use it the right way. Here's what you should log. Interaction success. Did you manage a conversation smoothly today? Active vocabulary use. Words you actually used. Errors overcome. mistakes you finally fixed, and aha moments, like suddenly understanding slang or recognizing rhythm in a sentence. The beauty of this system is that it keeps your attention on real-world outcomes. Every entry becomes a piece of evidence that your fluency is growing, not just your study hours. Over time, your tracker becomes a personal story of transformation, a mirror showing you how far you've come and where to go next. Here's where the magic happens. Once you start logging your progress, the tracker isn't just a diary, it becomes a map for accelerated growth. By reviewing your entries, you'll see patterns you would otherwise miss. Maybe you notice you're great at understanding podcasts, but keep struggling in spontaneous small talk. Or maybe you realize that despite knowing hundreds of words, you only use a small handful regularly. This awareness lets you make strategic adjustments. For example, if your notes show that confidence drops in group conversations, you can deliberately join more group discussions or online meetups to target that weakness. If you're nailing vocabulary but keep mixing up verb tenses, you know to focus your practice sessions there. Instead of wasting time on generic drills, you're now tailoring your learning to exactly what you need. Another powerful benefit is celebrating wins. Too often, learners ignore small victories because they're chasing perfect fluency. But your tracker highlights them. I understood a native joke today, or I gave my opinion in a meeting without freezing. These wins fuel motivation and build unstoppable momentum. Ultimately, the tracker transforms you into your own coach. You're not just practicing, you're analyzing, adjusting, and growing with intention. That's how you escape plateaus and move steadily to true fluency. Now that you understand the power of a personalized fluency tracker, it's time to take action. Don't just nod along and think, that's a good idea. The real transformation begins when you set up your own system today. Start simple. Open a spreadsheet, create 3 columns for comprehension, production, and confidence, and commit to logging at least 1 entry per day. Consistency is the secret ingredient. Even if your entry is small, like I understood a new idiom in a TV show, or I introduced myself confidently to a stranger, it builds up. Over weeks and months, these small notes turn into a powerful record of progress that proves to you beyond doubt that you are advancing. To make it stick, integrate the habit into your daily routine. Maybe right after study sessions or just before bed, spend 2 minutes updating your tracker. The simpler and more consistent it is, the stronger your results will be. Finally, don't go on this journey alone. Join communities, share your wins, and get inspired by others who are also tracking their growth. When you see progress not just in yourself, but in others too, you'll stay motivated and committed. So, start today. Set up your tracker, write your very first entry, and take the first step to unstoppable fluency. If you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more practical strategies to master English fluency. Drop a comment below sharing what your very first entry will be. I'd love to hear it. And don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend who's also on the journey to mastering English.